Hey everybody, it's Somnius Pretori Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we came here about halfway through the Spirit Temple. No, the Forest Temple, and got the bow, which is going to be probably one of the most used items in the game, honestly. Let's just be real, that's just how it is. And in this episode, we're going to keep using it. We already beat one of the Poe sisters in the last episode. And we're going to start off this episode much the same way, beating another Poe. And again, if you get too close to one of the paintings, she will move, so you actually have to shoot them from a distance. Well, except for the last one, because when there's only one painting left, she can't really go anywhere. So you can shoot the last one from right up close if it happens to be that one at the ground level. So and again, we can do this to make it really quick, painless. Otherwise, you can snipe them with the bow whenever they turn normal, but they're, once you know that little trick that you can do that, they're really not that bad. You got a small key, which we're going to need, but we're also going to need some more than just the one small key. Because, just a warning, okay, that was weird. But you need two small keys to get through the next room. So what you actually need to do now is a little, not quite unintuitive, but you need to backtrack a bit. You don't normally need to backtrack in the a whole lot in the child dungeons, but you have to do it a lot more starting at this part of the game. I'm just gonna take care of these bubbles, which I feel like that's a translation error, but I don't know. But if you shoot this eye switch, the hallway untwists, which changes the angle of the room. I could also go back. No, I will do that. I'll do that later. And now, what you want to do is jump down onto the main floor of this and get this chest. This is on the wall in the twisted version of this room. But this is the boss key. Now you can get inside the chamber where the boss lurks. Yes, so naturally you kind of need that, but also you want to drop down here. And again, or you can put your bow to good use and shoot that, or you can just use your shield because that puts out the fire without needing a... I don't know. These things are annoying, and if you let them go for too long, they do gain their fire back. So, But no, and that door actually takes you out onto this into this area. This is actually above the courtyard. Now, if you want these hearts, you can get them, but be careful or else you have to kind of go the long way back up around, and it's no fun for anyone involved. Yeah, you can use Deku Nuts again. Again, Deku Nuts are way more useful than I honestly ever really accounted for. You want to go into this room. This thing is weird. It's a severed hand that splits into 3 smaller severed hands, and if you don't kill all 3 fast enough, they will regrow back into the normal hand. It's weird. I don't know what they were thinking of when they made that enemy, but if they were aiming at giving kids nightmares, then they sure succeeded. There are a lot of things in this game that could give kids nightmares, let's be real. I'm kind of surprised in hindsight that this game got an E rating when it came out. In fact, I'm pretty sure the 3DS version got an E10 rating, but that rating didn't really exist when the original came out. You want to go into this door rather than jumping down from there once you have the key, because this actually takes you right out into this room, so it's a little bit less of a trek to get back to where you need to go. And this brings us past the other chest that we couldn't get before, so let's do that on our way up. We couldn't get that without the bow, so... But now that we have the bow, we can get it. And it's not going to be anything important, but I just like making sure I get all the chests. Because leaving that chest go just feels weird to me. So, and you get a bundle of arrows, which I guess is your instruction that you can get arrows out of chests, but really? That's kind of obvious. Now, you need to retwist the hallway again in order to go back to where the bow was, but once you do that, you can actually get on with the dungeon pretty well. Also, silver eye switches can generally be reset. Gold eye switches are one and done. In general, I don't know if that's an absolute... I think that's in general how they do it, is that silver eye switches are either a toggle or a timer. Yeah. That's Navi telling you, hey, that chest is on the wall. That's really weird. But, yeah, I don't know. That's the main backtracking part of the temple, honestly, so... Now that that's done, we kinda... There's honestly not that much left. We have the boss key. We have the bow. We have the map and compass. Honestly, the only thing we really have left to do in this temple is kill the other two Poe sisters. Because there were 4 of them at the beginning. We beat the red and the blue. And now we have to find the green and the purple. It's kind of a yellowish green. Kind of a disgusting sort of color, but... Also, I forgot to show what the name was of the red one, but... Because I showed the name of the blue Poe sister. But... Also, that's Navi telling you, monsters are gonna drop from the ceiling and try and... do bad things to you, like take you back to the beginning of the temple. So, hey, bye. Yeah, see, this is the door that you need to have a key for. It's kind of interesting how they did this temple. It's like you have keys, you have one section where you have 3 small keys, and you can get them all before you use any of them, but then you have to use them all right in a row without getting any more. And then they do that again with needing 2 small keys after you get the bow. This is kind of a weird timing thing. I'm gonna make it go a little bit faster, which actually I probably just jumped right back onto the same one again. Yeah. You have to aim for the ice, unfreeze the switch, and that will twist this hallway so that you can actually get down into the room below that one. Yeah, it's a little strange because that room literally just serves to say, hey, there's a passage down to below this room that we need to twist the hallway to get you into. Because you had to twist the other hallway, untwist the other hallway to be able to get into the... I don't know. If you go up into this doorway, it'll take you back to the courtyard again. But really, there's no need to go into that doorway. That's just if you want to leave and restock, I guess. But this is the room with the falling ceiling. The ceiling is falling down. No, it fell down, Navi. Oh, shoot. Some spots are safe, others are not. Some have Skulltulas, which generally the ones with Skulltulas are technically safe, but you need to kill them. There are 2 safe spots, like one right by that chest, so you can actually use that as a guide. The switch is a safe spot, so is the chest, so is the one next to the chest, so are the ones with Skulltulas. It's not that difficult. Now this room works a little differently than the other Poe Sisters we fought so far. Shoot the painting, and blocks fall from the ceiling. A timer starts. You have to assemble the picture of the ghost. Fortunately, it's very easy, but if you do run out of time, you actually have to start over because the blocks will all rotate and, like, scramble the picture. It's kind of silly, actually. But fortunately, they give you plenty of time. It's just annoying because pushing the blocks takes a lot of time. But they also start off the blocks in the position where you just literally have to push them into a square. You don't reshuffle them. You just push them from where they are into a square. And the one in the middle is a red herring, so there's like a red herring one that doesn't actually matter for anything. It's just there to trip you up. Fortunately, this Poe, which is Amy, I believe the green one was Beth. There is actually a theme to the Poe sisters' names, but it's not super obvious if you're not well versed in literature. And I assume it was probably a different theme name in the Japanese version because, well, it might have been. I was gonna try and get around you. An arrow will also kill them in one shot. A hook shot will too, but the arrow reaches farther. And this takes us back to the beginning, where we have a purple Poe sister doing something weird. She's crying because we killed her sisters. If you approach her, we have one more mini-boss fight before the final boss. You have to you fight this one differently again. She'll spawn 3 copies as well as herself, and the one who spins, Meg, is the real one. The one that spins is the real one, so just keep an eye on which one spins, target it, and shoot it. You can't get close enough to actually use your sword on these. You have to use the bow. So, just keep that in mind. Yep. Fortunately, it doesn't take too many cycles, and if you shoot her fast enough, she literally doesn't really do anything to you. She just confuses you, and then if you beat her fast enough, and I believe so you have Meg, Beth, Amy, and I believe Joe was the first one. Like J-O. And those are the names of the main characters in the book Little Women, actually. So, interesting theme name that most people who played this probably wouldn't pick up on until they probably had to read it in high school or something. I didn't have to read that book in high school English class, but I imagine several people probably did. This is a weird room and always kind of felt a bit circusy to me because of the colors on the floor. But you spin the walls so that you can access different parts of the room. It's kind of neat. Also, we don't need Deku Nuts anymore, so let's put our hookshot. There is going to be a Skulltula in here. Both a golden Skulltula and also one that will fall and act as a trap. Hello? Why was that switch not switching? That's weird. Fortunately, you just have to kind of just remember which direction you push this, push the wall. And all you have to do is just keep pushing them around the circle in that direction, and you'll get through all the possible pathways pretty quickly. You just have to hit the switches until you open the gate to the boss room, which is that skull up at the top of the mini-map, which, yeah, that's just kind of how it works. There aren't very many, okay, yeah, this one, with the big sculpture lot and the chest, which has arrows, which didn't actually, wow, but no, that has a gold sculpture, which I believe should be the final golden sculpture for the forest temple. Now, I missed one. I don't know where I missed one. Oh gosh, I don't want to go back and try to figure that out now, because there's just so much. Also, I'm in the middle of solving this puzzle. Maybe there's one in one of the courtyards. Also, once you get that loop around, this is the boss door. I'll come and get the sculpture in between episodes. But for now, let's fight the boss, shall we? This is a very creepy room. Lots of paintings. What is this place? An art gallery? Interesting. Walk into the middle. There's nothing here. Triforce marks around the edges of the arena. That's interesting. Well, there's nothing here. Is something wrong? But when you try to leave... What are you doing in here? I'm not supposed to fight you yet. Or... that's not actually him. This is Phantom Ganon, a fake Ganon. A fake Ganondorf that you have to fight. Yeah. He will ride in and out of these paintings, which... you want to shoot an arrow at him as he emerges from the painting. Now, it can be a little bit tricky to find which one is him. Especially because... okay. However, if you stand on one of these Triforce marks at the corner of the arena, you won't be able to get hurt during this phase. So... whenever you see him emerge from the painting... now, multiple copies of him will ride out of the paintings, but only one will be the real one, and you can tell which one it is because it's a bit shinier than the others. Oh, and once you hit him 3 times, he ditches his horse, and the second phase of the battle begins, where you have to bat his magic attacks back at him, which can take a little bit of time. You have to time the swings right, and I am doing a pretty lousy job of that. It's a bit easier when you have some distance, but the further the distance, the more likely he is to bat it back at you when you do this. I am doing kind of bad. Also, you can sometimes just miss if you get your timing a little bit off. So, we want to do this. You can also use an empty bottle to reflect the magic, but I think the timing is even wonkier for that. Speaking of bottles, I do have a fairy, so I should be okay for now, but... Wow, I am just stinking this fight up, and I'm not sure why, 'cause it is kind of tricky. Okay. Well, this will show the fairies. Which, yes, they will fully heal you in this version of the game. Like I said, wow. Camera angle is kind of atrocious, too. Sorry, I was quiet there because I was focusing, but it's just... Why am I so bad at this? What is with my reflexes tonight? Why? Oh. Oh, for crying out loud, I actually stunned him and then just was so awestruck that I did it, that I completely whiffed on actually doing damage. Why am I so bad at this? This isn't hard. I guess I tend to swing too late. Wow, this is kind of pathetic. I just don't know what to say right now. Oh, come on. Come on, this is just... Okay. If I could just keep this up, I might... Because the fight... He doesn't have... He has a fair amount of health. Oh, come on. That time I swung too far. What is this? If I actually die in this fight... Okay. I somehow kind of trapped him against the wall there, but I'll take it. I'll take not dying in this fight, because this is not a hard fight. Hey kid, you did quite well. No, I didn't. Looks like you might be gaining some slight skill. Or losing it. But you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. I'm scared. What a worthless creation that person is. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. All right then. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget to pick up your heart container. I almost forgot. Maximum life energy extended by 1 heart. Yada yada yada. Let's just get out of this place. And here we are back in the Chamber of the Sages. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the forest sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. You received the Forest Medallion. Saria awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Saria will always be your friend. Oh gosh, I forgot there was another cutscene after that one. Well, this might be a bit of a longer episode. Eh? What's this? That's always kind of ridiculous. Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot! That always sounded weirdly sarcastic to me when I read this. Except, it's meant to be genuine, but the phrase thanks a lot is just so often sarcastic that it just feels weird. Am I the only one who thought that? Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. I think it's implied that this is the same mind or spirit or so as the Great Deku Tree, just reborn 7 years later, which is interesting. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian. I am happy to finally reveal the secret to you. And then flames. Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. I don't know why I'm suddenly giving him a deeper voice for this story, because it's still the Deku Tree Sprout. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. I mean, I guess it's because this story needs a bit of gravity. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. Yeah, no. See, it's not gonna work. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now, finally, the day of destiny has come. And that's the most backstory you really get in this game. Mostly. You are a Hylian and were always bound to leave this forest. And now, you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right. You must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses on all of the temples, and return peace to Hyrule. Alright. Kind of a tall order, but we'll do what we can. And next time, we'll continue to do just that. This has been Somnium Respiratory Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate in the comments below. Tell me what you think. And next time, we'll continue our adventure. See you then. And may the good elephant guide your way. No, the Deku Tree Sprout is not the good elephant.